Good morning and welcome to the long-term report of our Audi A6. Now, I'm in Mahim at my home and on my way to work, our office which is in Baikala. And yeah, here's the Audi A6. Before I get in, actually, I want to point out the length. It is a long car, right? But it isn't as long as its competitors, which have all gone into the long wheelbase versions, right? The E-Class and the 5 Series. So it still fits in here, and I'm not annoying my neighbors. As you can see, there are two parking slots behind me there, and it's quite a tight sort of maneuver for them to get out. So this one didn't have as many problems. So yeah, let's hop aboard and I'll give you the entire report. Yeah, as you can see, it's got the memory function, so moves back to your preset position. It has the welcome function, so when you open the door, the seats slide back, so you can exit easily, and then of course enter. And yeah, then it gets back to your preset position. I'm just going to keep these fruits of mine in here in the glove box, and oh yeah, this is the Autocar fuel card. So we keep a track of the fuel consumption and things like that. Since I'm talking about fuel consumption, over the time with us, we've averaged about 7.8 kilometers per liter. Now that's entirely in the city. Unfortunately, none of us have been able to head out onto a really long trip to Goa or someplace like that. So on the highway, of course, you will have a higher mileage, but yeah, we've been getting, yeah, it's worked out to just under 8 kilometers per liter. Okay, so before I head off, a couple of other things about the car. Something I really don't like, and it reminds you every time you sit in before you begin, is there's not much storage space around the car. So you've got under, armrest console, but as you can see, it's really shallow. So I could keep my phone here on this wireless charging pad, but really there isn't Android Auto, which is wireless. So I have to then, plug in here and keep this here, and then it doesn't really fit in. So you've got to then maybe angle it this way, and it kind of takes up the entire space, really. So I wish it was larger there. The other thing I don't like, while I'm on about the things I don't like, are these touch controls here for the AC system. Really, the A4, for example, such a brilliant system. It's got a twin dials here, and they click with such a lovely, satisfactory feel. And within the dials are cool looking displays. So it looks really nice and neat, little techie. But here you've got the twin screens. So some people love it. Yeah, you've got the twin screens, but I just prefer dials for the AC controls. That said though, the rest of the car is simply brilliant. And I'm going to show you why while we get going. Right, so why do we like this car so much? Okay, let me start with the interiors. Very, very comfy place to be. When driving, it just feels really nice and ergonomic. Everything is at hand. I love this armrest style drive selector. So it feels nice, cocooned inside. The steering wheel is leather wrapped. The other bit that I like is, of course, the drive experience. Now, this is powered by the 2-liter TFSI engine that we love so much, 265 horsepower, which is actually quite a lot, and it's such a delight. First of all, right now, slow speed, very silent, right? It's really very silent. Right now, all I can hear is the hum of actually the AC unit, not the engine. But when you get into open roads, or if you just open it out a bit, I can't do that right now, unfortunately. I'm on my way to work. It's all basically city. But if you were to open it out, I mean, yeah, I've got a gap right now. It just purrs. I mean, you can hear the engine and it's a lovely purr. So you're driving an internal combustion engine, and the sound is just so nice. So really full marks to the engine there. It's one of the few ones you can enjoy before we all go electric. So I really, really like this engine. In terms of drive modes, of course, you have drive modes for the engine and the steering, not for the suspension. So, the A6 actually, I think in its segment, if my memory serves me right, it was one of the cars that pioneered air suspension. But with this one, they actually knocked that out. So what you have instead are steel springs. And really that is no complaint, because frankly, the steel springs, they do the job really, really well. One thing is bump absorption, really, really super. So, come some potholes or the ruts or dug up sections that we have all over Mumbai right now, the ride is really nice and comfy. What you also get is good body control. It doesn't feel sort of wafty and too soft like air springs sometimes tend to feel. My daughter feels car sick very often, and in this one, she just loves it. She says full marks to the suspension. So really, that's a nice thing to have, honestly. And again, it's not something that you're going to be worried about in terms of the air springs collapsing, as you can often see with some cars in India. I mean, yes, they are sort of you can say tuned, and you do have the rough road package, but whatever we throw at these cars, I mean, rough road package, it's still not enough sometimes. Now, the other good thing of the suspension is the ground clearance. Audi have given it ample ground clearance, so you can clear almost every speed breaker dead on. You don't have to do the crab crawl. Now, I've had both the 5 Series long wheelbase and the E-Class, and the E-Class does clear a lot. But there are 1 or 2 speed breakers where it did just scrape. This one, I mean, like right now, yeah, that's it. I just went over without a thought in the world, straight dead on. It's not scraped really any of the speed breakers on my way to work. There is one speed breaker near my house where it did scrape when I had 4 people in the car. So at that time, yeah, I would have needed a crab crawl. But for everything else, it really does well.
And that's down to a good ground clearance.
Besides the ground clearance, what really helps, of course, is the fact that it's a shorter wheelbase compared to the E and the 5 Series, like I was saying. So there are some speed breakers where I've noticed it would have scraped, but what saves it is the fact that, yeah, so like now, as soon as you're getting off the speed breaker, the rear wheels are meeting, and lifting it up. So really, it's I mean, just these few millimeters, honestly, that can make the difference. And with the kind of speed breakers we have in Mumbai, I mean, they're all sorts of shapes and sizes. Quite frustrating, really. I mean, honestly, speed breakers do have a specification that they need to be built to, but obviously we don't follow that at all. Now, we've all had the car with us. I've kept it for, I think, the longest, and you can't blame me. It's such a lovely car. We've all been actually fighting for its key. Horma's had it, and he, of course, also used it to go for a couple of weddings, was chauffeur driven. Now, this isn't the car you buy if you're completely, fully chauffeur driven. No, the E and the 5, both much better rear seats in terms of legroom and space, of course. And the E-Class is really, really quite opulent at the rear, where you've got all of your controls for the sunroof and things like that. But having said that, if you do drive yourself, you're kind of a person who sits both at the front and the rear, so you enjoy driving and you also sometimes are chauffeur driven, then this one makes a very, very strong case, like I said, for that brilliant engine, the lovely suspension, worry-free driving over speed breakers and things like that. And the rear seats are not too bad, actually, comfy enough. You've got a decent amount of legroom. You aren't really tight as such. And yeah, you do have other bits, like there's a coat hanger at the rear, and you've got, sun blinds. So yeah, pretty nice place to be in terms of the rear too. Now, in terms of equipment, it's fairly well equipped. You've got a 4-zone climate control, which is nice to see. You've got an ionizer and an air purifier on board. There's also a perfume in there, so you can use that inside the cabin. You can change the kind of scent that you want as well. The other equipment that I do like, ambient lighting. It is there all around the car. You can't see any of it right now. It's the daytime, but it's pretty nice and cool in the sense that it's done very tastefully. It's not really too in your face, and it's not too subdued either. I think it's the perfect balance. In fact, for Christmas time, I remember, because it's a dual zone area, so you can have two different zones, two color zones, and numerous colors, of course. I had it set up in Christmas colors, so it was red and green, and looked quite cool. And then, of course, the other equipment is, like I was saying, you know, the powered steering adjust. You've got also powered, or I would say soft closed doors. That was something really nice to see. Honestly, I had forgotten about it, and one day closed the door, not sort of hard enough, and it just glided in close, and I was like, okay, wow, that's a pretty cool feature to have. So yeah, power closed doors all around. And then, of course, lastly, I have to talk about the fit and finish all around the cabin. It is, as you would expect, and as we've seen in every Audi, really top notch. I mean, the stitching absolutely straight, even around these curves here. Beautiful soft touch dashboard there. This wood really feels so nice. It's that untreated and non-gloss, feels more natural. I really like it when it's like this. And all of the switch gear, really, you know, the paddles here, indicators, they just operate with such a lovely sort of heft and feel to it. So full marks there. Right, so we've arrived at our office, and yeah, it's taken us a while today. It normally takes me about 35 to 40 minutes. Today was, I think, 55 minutes. We did stop a bit, but a lot of traffic. But yeah, this is why we like this car so much, right? Let me show you that power close function I was talking about. So there you go. Pulls it shut. So pretty nice to see. I mean, you know, there's a lot of equipment now on the A6. This A6 is at the end of its life cycle, and most brands, almost all brands do that. They start contenting the cars a real lot. So you've got a lot of equipment in the run out phase. Since we're here at the rear, I want to show you one more thing. In fact, that is the boot. As you can see, it's really large and deep. I mean, we've just got two of the equipment bags in here, but if you look inside there, really long, and airport runs no real problem at all. One thing odd though is underneath here, if you come in and take a look, you've got a huge wheel well that can take a spare, definitely a space saver spare, but there isn't one standard with the car, so that is a little odd to see. What of course you do get is an entire tire repair kit with a compressor on board.
So yes, that's the Audi A6. It's been with us for a while now, and it's a car we're really going to be sad to see going.